1, los! Alles im Wasser.
4 torpedoes fired at one ship with no results. This frustration brings me back to the early days of the war, where torpedoes would frequently run under targets without detonating. Despite these 4 torpedoes missing, we were determined to continue the hunt. The appearance of multiple warships made it clear, though, what our course of action should be, and we broke off the pursuit. Since disengaging, we have been forced to crash dive several times to evade low-flying anti-submarine aircraft. It is evident that the Americans are now aware of our presence, and not pleased that we attempted to attack a 10,000-ton troop transport. We are presently patrolling in grid ED-69. The weather remains poor. Heavy swells continue to batter U-960 without pause. These conditions really work against us, especially when it comes to our fuel supply, which is already heavily strained. I can only hope these seas will calm down soon, and maybe, just maybe, we will find what we came here for: tankers. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard the bridge of U-960. We are currently operating on the surface, and the seas are pretty darn choppy. Let's get a proper weather report, and that is because our navigator is not on station. He was getting some rest. Let's go ahead and try that again. Okay, wind speed 13 meters per second, direction at 320. We have spotted a ship dead ahead. Let's see, there she is. Okay, bearing 015 degrees, and she is closing in on us. We're actually on a collision course, it seems like. We are probably going to need to submerge the boat here momentarily. It looks like this vessel is unescorted, just a lone ship out here. Let me get another range reading here. Yeah, 12 kilometers out and heading directly for us. Let's submerge the boat and go down to attack scope depth. Okay, folks, we are dropping down at periscope depth. I would like my hydrophone operator to track this target if he can, and I also need to make sure my crew is getting rested up, but you go ahead and man your battle station. We are going to need you. Hydrophone operator, really no sound contact still? Yeah, there she is. Okay, we got her, bearing 013, increasing speed. 013, she was 12 kilometers out. Okay, 013, 12 kilometers, so she was right about here, and it does seem like the target was heading on an eastern course. That is going to put us pretty close to them. For that reason, I'm going to aim to use tube number 5. It is a G7A torpedo. Visibility is pretty good topside, but hopefully the choppy waves will mask the bubble trail that this torpedo leaves on the surface. We are going to use a magnetic pistol as per usual, and let's see, we'll set it preemptively to 8 meters. Speed fast. Let's redo this. Tube 5, speed fast, 8 meters, magnetic pistol. There we go. Good. And we are going to be firing at a 90-degree angle, more or less. And we are going to have our hydrophone operator continue to track this target, and we're going to move into a firing position. Hydrophone operator is reporting that this target is moving at a medium speed. They are off to 016. I would like to go to attack scope depth. Let's make sure we're at attack scope depth. And where is our friend? 016 relative. There she is. Hello. Pretty far away. I cannot tell what that is. The ship looks relatively flat. Now let's bring up the recognition manual. And we're going to continue to move a little closer. We are going to adjust our course. Let's come right 10 or so degrees and continue on closing in. We are, once we fire this torpedo, we are going to be down to only 4 torpedoes. And you know, that is not a lot. We've already been patrolling down here for a while. We have also officially reached below 50% fuel, so that's something I want to keep in mind. Once we get to about 35, I want to start heading towards EFourSix. Expending those 4 torpedoes in the last episode definitely cut down on our patrol time. That being said, it is nice that we have already caught another lone merchant. Patrolling down here is a very, very nice change in pace compared to hunting convoys in the North Atlantic. I'm definitely going to have to come back down here, maybe even in our next patrol. We want to patrol down here while we can, while we have access to U488, because, well, we won't always have access to U-tankers like U488. I am starting to get a pretty good look at the target, and this looks like an LST, which is very peculiar to see out here. 2,000 tonner. Okay, got it. Let's turn to starboard real fast. Let's try to establish the target speed. Periscope's continuing to get washed over. Maintain this depth of 13 meters. Don't come up. Okay, we are going to use the fixed wire method. Hydrophone operator is reporting she is going at a speed of a medium, so I'm assuming that's going to be 8 or 9 knots. You can probably cut the difference. And also, I do want to close in on our friend here just a little bit. It does seem like we are far away. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the fixed wire method to get the target speed, turn hard to starboard to have our stern facing the target, and fire tube 5, hopefully. Let's see, length of this ship is 99.5 meters. Draft is 4.6. 4.6, so we will set to 5.5, just over 5.5. Now, she is bouncing around in these waves like that big troop transport was earlier. It may be better to fire an impact pistol. Probably not, though. Probably not. We probably should just rock a magnetic and hope it actually hits this time. Getting nice and close to the target. We should be almost ready to time here in a second. Let's see, and mark. I think that's our bow. Yeah, there we go. And we are going to have to kind of guesstimate here, I suppose. So our periscope is continuously washed over in these heavy swells. The stern's going to be right about here. Okay, get ready. And okay, mark. So probably a second, a half a second more. I think it's, yeah, between 8 and 9 knots. I'm going to go 8.5 here. All right, it is time to start turning hard to starboard. Let's get moving. And let's plug in that speed while I'm thinking about it. Now we are going to fire a G7A at fast speed, so if our speed isn't 100%, that's going to be okay. Let's just go 8.5. Let's see, what did the Uyagd actually spit out? 8. Yeah, I'm liking 8.5, maybe even closer to 9, honestly. There we go, good, and lock that in. Fantastic. And tube 5, draft 5. There we go. Speed fast, magnetic pistol. Good, everything is set up. Now we just need to turn around. We are going to drop the scope and we are going to do this at full speed. All right, we are turning quickly. Hydrophone operator, can you follow this ship for me? Update me on its current bearing. Okay, you can't do that. He is incapable right now. Guess he can't hear anything. Okay, just turn south. Make my heading 180. And let's see if I can listen. What I may actually do is use sonar to see if we can establish range to the target. Just for fun, why not? Unescorted merchant ship. And we have sonar. You don't get to do that too often. Okay, just continuing to track our friend here. We are just over halfway done with our turn. Hydrophone operator still can't make heads or tails of the situation. There we go. Got him. Bearing 183. Okay, let's keep passing. Give it a little bit longer. 169. Okay, slow down. Get ready to pop up the scope. We are down at 4 knots. Up scope. Just check behind us. Where is she? I think she's over here. There we go. Okay, rudder and midships, rudder and midships. Begin reversing. Begin reversing. There we go. Good stuff. Let's open up our TDC. Angle on bow. Shy of 90. 75 set range. 1 kilometer set speed. Good. Lock it. We want to fire right about here. We are probably going to want to turn. We are now reversing. Hard to starboard. Turn towards the target, please. Okay, perfect. And we will steady up here. Rudder midships. There we go. Good. Perfect. We're going to fire right here. We can go ahead and open tube 5. Tube 5 is open quickly. I'm going to try something. Let's see if this works. There she is. 1 ping only. 740. Begin moving forward. I don't think she is that close. I think she's a little further than that. But go ahead. Angle on bow. There we go. Range 800. Good. Let me quickly see. Yeah, angle on bow still just shy of 90. We'll go 80. Tube 5's open, ready to go. Quickly, BID, make sure this is an American vessel. Yeah, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, we can get rid of the recognition manual. See lots of trucks on there. All right, Tube 5. Right down the middle, Los. Tube 5 away.
Torpedotreffer.
Torpedo impact on target. She is reportedly going down. There we go. Textbook attack there. Makes me feel a little better after what happened previously. And see where we hit. So our speed was actually a little fast. 8 knots may have been closer to the mark. Regardless, pretty happy with those results. All right, start moving forward. We are going to get deep down to 60, and we are going to crawl away. We are doing a quick hydrophone check here. It is December 22nd, and we found something kind of cool. It's not a merchant ship, but it's dolphins. I don't know if you can hear that out there. Off to 050. Always pretty cool hearing these guys and Silent Hunter. We're continuing with our hydrophone search, though. Nothing else out here. The seas have been relatively empty. The Allies probably know a U-boat is operating in the area and are redirecting traffic in various ways. We are moving up to ED 4142. We are going to patrol this area for a while. We have gotten numerous radio reports of contacts up here, so I figured why not head up here and investigate for a little bit. We are starting to get pretty close to my fuel limit here. Hopefully we can find something to expend these torpedoes on before heading back home to France. Of course, we can refuel at U488. They may have a torpedo for us. I highly doubt it, especially since we are on the return leg. I'm not really banking on receiving much from U488. Anyway, we'll do this patrol. Hopefully we find something. The weather's still pretty darn poor, so that is making hunting a tad bit more difficult. Well, it looks like heading up to grid ED may have brought us some good luck. We have a ship sighted bearing 303. The weather is still absolutely poor. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you boys are able to sight anything in these heavy swells. Okay. 030. Spray is making it nearly impossible. And hello. What is that? Destroyer. Are they escorting something? That, may make this a little interesting. Does not look like it. Two stacker? I don't think they're escorting anything. Of course, we come up here and we find a warship. Alright, get ready to submerge the boat. Do a quick scan, make sure nothing else is around us. Nope, nothing. Okay, down we go. Down to 25. Okay, we are down at 25 meters. Slow down. Do a listen.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
If we can find anything else out here. Nope. Nothing off to our starboard side. That is our warship friend off the 290 now. Yep, the coast is clear besides that one warship. Well, I got excited. Turns out there was not a whole lot to get excited about. We are going to keep patrolling this area for the time being. I'm really hoping this weather lets up. Although, one good thing is we have not been attacked by aircraft in quite a while. Doesn't look like they are flying in these conditions at the moment, so silver lining. Here we go, folks. We're in business. Enemy convoy grid EC69 heading 12 knots, heading north as well. All ahead flank. Immediately, let's turn and track this, heading north at a speed of 12 knots. That's what the contact report said. Okay. And that is not... Actually, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. 12 knots. How long is it going to take us to reach this? It better be a lot shorter than 9 hours. Man, I wish we were closer. Speed's fast. This has got to be a bunch of tankers. If I had to guess, that's what this is. Okay, we are continuing our turn. Once our turn straightens out, we should be good. Regardless, it's going to be... probably closer to 7 hours. Let's do 6 hours. At 12 knots, they are going to travel 133 kilometers. Okay, 133. So they are going to be here in 6 hours. If these heavy seas let up, it is going to make our job a whole lot easier. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening. Okay, we are starting to steady up on course here now. 14 knots, 8 hours. Okay, 7 hours. Cutting into it a little bit. It looks like, I mean, this is pretty much, we are topping out here. Okay, in 8 hours, they are going to go 177 and 8. Wrong tool, 177, so they are going to be here. We are going to burn a whole bunch of fuel doing this. Okay. Let's move right about there. We are going to burn a lot of fuel doing this. Hopefully it is worth it, and hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt later. This is going to be our final chase. Two aircraft have been spotted closing in. Crash dive now. Crash dive. Up scope. 286. There they are. 2 4-engine heavies closing in on us. These guys are definitely protecting that convoy. Alright, down scope. Continue to drop down. Passing 14 meters. Radar warning receiver did not go off. Not entirely surprising though there. This is a good opportunity for a hydrophone check. We are not close, but we are 187 kilometers out. You know, if we're lucky, the convoy may be heading northeast. I highly doubt we are going to be that lucky though. Okay, passing 45. We have a whole lot of momentum going. Slow down, slow down. I think we are going to be in the clear. And these seas is going to be pretty hard to spot a U-boat. Okay, go to the hydrophone. And we're going to hear splashes after I said that, as this game has a funny sense of humor. Okay, continue our scan. Got a whole lot of nothing. We'll stay under for... I don't want to waste too much time staying under, so 10 minutes before surfacing and continuing the chase. We're doing a hydrophone check here. Got a whole lot of nothing. So let's see. What we're going to do. We're just going to start searching down their path here. Conducting hydrophone checks very, very frequently. Hopefully we can establish contact with the convoy. I do think we beat them up here. If I had to guess, we beat them. The contact report said they were going 12 knots. Chances are they were going a little slower, given the current weather conditions. So I am banking on that. Contact's long gone. We made no hydrophone contact or visual contact, of course, with the convoy. Chances are they changed course, heading a completely different direction than we anticipated. We are going to break off the chase and start working our way back towards our U-tanker. Hopefully we can find some traffic on the way back home. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.